Good day students, welcome to zoology class. Hope all of you are fine. As per the directions of the government, online classes are being conducted due to COVID-19 pandemic, and I have already started your syllabus with the first unit, that is diversity in living world, and I have covered the first topic, which is characteristics of living things. Today I will take second topic of this unit, which is zoological museum and parks. I have already sent you study material on this topic on your WhatsApp group, and for better understanding and more clarity I am explaining you this topic in this presentation. So because of the online classes you have to be more intense about the studies. So today's topic is zoological museums and zoological parks. So first of all, what is zoological museum? Zoological museum, it's a building used for storage, preservation and exhibition of organisms. And zoological museum, it can be a section of a large museum or it is a small portion. So the aim of the zoological museum is to educate the people about the animal life and to create interest and love for animals. So there are different categories of zoological museums. Now you understand that zoological museum is basically a building or a room or a portion of the building which is converted into zoological museum. So museums have different categories. They can be small, they can be medium or large. So small museums are in the schools. So you know that every school and college where biology subject is taught, it has a small museum which contains limited number of specimens according to the syllabus of the students. Then there are medium museums. These are located in the zoological department of the universities for the students, and these medium museums, they have a variety of large number of specimens. And then there are large museums. These large museums, they are located in big cities and they have large collection of preserved animals and their parts and their products. And these large museums, they are managed by the government, they are financed by the government, and they are managed by certain expert persons. There are many workers, there are official staff, and there are security men, ticket sellers. So large museum has a proper management and it is done by government. So there are various objects which are placed in these large museums. For example, there are present stuffed animals. So stuffed animals are basically the dead animals and animal skin, and it is stuffed with certain material, and their internal organs, which is known as viscera, it is removed and it is filled with some grass type, dry grass, and they are exhibited in the large museums. So this art of preparing these specimens, these stuffed animals, it is known as taxidermy, and the person who is skilled in taxidermy, who makes these stuffed animals, that person is known as taxidermist. So these are the stuffed animals. So in this large museum, there are stuffed heads. The heads of the large animals, they are, like for example tigers, leopards, etc., they are stuffed and they are mounted on the wooden plates and they are hung on the walls. Then there are certain preserved animals. For example, there are certain amphibians, fish, snake. They are preserved in glass jars with the preservative liquid which has 5% formalin and 70% ethyl alcohol, which you have must seen in your school lab. Then there are present skeletons, dried animals like insects, then birds' beaks, feet, eggs, then molluscan shells and fossils. And in these museums, models and charts are also displayed, and animal products are also present in these large museums like honeycombs, nests of wasps, then silk, honey and pearls, etc. And sometimes in these large museums, film shows are arranged, and so there is also present a gift shop for using as a souvenir, and there are refreshment centers also in these large museums to earn some income. So this is about large museum. So basically zoological museum, it's a building or room or a small portion of a building for preservation and exhibition of different kinds of animals and their products. So next comes the zoological parks. Zoological park is not a building like the zoological museum. It's an enclosed place where wild animals are kept in protected environment under human care, and which enable us to learn about their food habits and behavior. It means in zoological museums, dead animals, preserved animals are kept, but in zoological parks, it is a large enclosed place. In natural environment, the wild animals are kept in protected environment and they are under the human care, and which enables us to learn about their nature and behavior. And all animals in zoo, basically zoological parks are the zoos. They are provided with conditions similar to their natural habitat, and children love to visit these places. They love to visit zoo and zoological parks. They provide recreation, means entertainment and education for the children, and there are about 300 national parks in India. And in there are many zoological parks in Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory and in Ladakh Territory, and there are four national parks of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh which are mentioned in your syllabus. First one is Manda National Park, and commonly it is known as Manda Zoo, and you must have visited this Manda Zoo. It is present in Jammu, 6 kilometers away towards the north of the Jammu, and it occupies an area of 31 square kilometer, and it has many species of mammals like nilgai and barking deer, and there are many species of birds also. So this park is open for viewing from September to March, and it is for animals, for mammals, and for bird viewing it is from March to May. So we can say that birds can be viewed in Manda Zoo from March to May, and animals can be viewed from September to March. So this is about the Manda National Park. Then comes the Dachi Gam National Park. It is located in Kashmir, and basically it is located 22 kilometers from Srinagar in western Himalayas, and it covers an area of 141 square kilometers. And the name after this park, that is Dachi Gam, it stands for 10 villages. Dachi means 10 in Kashmiri, Gam means villages. So 10 villages means Dachi Gam, which were relocated for its formation. It means 10 villages were relocated to form this Dachi Gam National Park, and this is a protected area since 1910, and it was initially for ensuring clean drinking water supply for Srinagar city, but finally it was declared a national park in 1981. And there are many species of animals in this Dachi Gam National Park, and the main species for which Dachi Gam National Park is famous, that is Hangul or the Kashmir stag. So this is main animal of the Dachi Gam National Park. And there are many other species in this Dachi Gam National Park other than Hangul or the Kashmir stag. They are musk deer, leopard, Himalayan grey langur, jackal, hill fox, Himalayan brown bear, jungle cat, and there are many species of birds in this park. That is Dachi Gam National Park. For example, cinnamon sparrow, black bulbul, woodpecker, babbler, Kashmir flycatcher. So these are some of the species of birds which are present in the Dachi Gam National Park. And the third one, which is in your syllabus, that is Hemis National Park. So this national park, it is present in eastern Ladakh region of Jammu and Kashmir. It is a high altitude national park. So previously it was a J&K state, but now it is divided into two union territories. One is Jammu and Kashmir and other is Ladakh. So basically now this Hemis National Park, we can say it is in union territory of Ladakh. So it is at high altitude, and this park is bounded on the north by the banks of the Indus River, and it has an area of 4,400 square kilometer, and it is the largest national park in South Asia. And this park is famous for snow leopards, and it is the house of about 200 snow leopards. And Hemis National Park has many species of animals like Argali. Argali is the great Tibetan sheep. Then Baral, this is the blue sheep, which is very peculiar about this Hemis National Park. Then Shapu, then Asiatic ibex, red fox, Tibetan wolf. And in this national park, there are many species of birds also, like golden eagle, Himalayan griffon vulture, fire-fronted serin, and red-billed chough, and Himalayan slow cock. So these are some of the species of the birds which are present in the Hemis National Park of Ladakh Union Territory. Now the last one national park which is in your syllabus, that is the Mahamaya Environmental Park. This is a small park. This is also present in Jammu, and it was established in 1995 in the serene environment of Mahamaya Hills on the Narwal Sidra Road of Bypass Road in Jammu. It is also called as Raikad National Environmental Park, and this area has many species of trees, shrubs, and wild animals, and many species of birds. It has number of grasses, bushes, monkeys, foxes, rabbit, lizards, mongoose, snakes, and wild pig. And leopard has also been reported in this environmental park. And in this environmental park, there are many trees like tali, shisham, bale, neem, peepal, mulberry, etc. And this national park has many medicinal plants also. But this national park is not maintained properly, and it is not looked after properly. So this has not wonderful entrance, or it is not properly maintained. So these are 4 national parks. 2 of them are present in Jammu, one is present in Srinagar, and the other is present in Ladakh. So these are the 4 zoological parks which are present in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and Union Territory of Ladakh. So this is all for today's topic. So today we have covered zoological museums and parks. Now I have already sent you material. You have to prepare notes and you have to learn it. And if you find any difficulty in understanding this topic, you can call me or message me on the WhatsApp group which I have created for you. Thank you.